Hello, everyone, and welcome back again to. I believe this will put us at day 7. How you doing, Jimothy?
I'm doing pretty good. A little tired, but wired enough, so I'm
Understand.
ready.
Tired and wired is kind of a mood. I'm not gonna lie to you. Tired but
Hour
wired,
five on like
maybe.
an energy drink levels.
Yeah. Are you feeling tired and need to get wired? Try bang,
Bang.
bang. It's a kick in the glass. Get the ad execs on that. Um, But let's get things a rolling here. We've got our homework to review here. Um, so here we're choosing between our like what's and wheres, if you will. So on number 1 here, I've got nande gako e ikimasu ka dot 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 blank densha desu ikimasu. So we're kind of noting the travel method used here in the second part.
Yeah, and just be careful because it's just densha de ikimasu and not densha
Densha de.
des, right?
Okay, okay. I I might have just seen the day and got on autopilot because we write
Yeah,
it
good
so
on muscle
dang.
memory.
Yeah. uh, okay. Um, Shumatsu, which is weekend, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Shumatsu doko e ikimashita ka? Shinjuku e ikimashita. So like, what are you? Where'd you go this weekend? Went to Shinjuku. Um, Number 3, or I guess part or 1-3, if you will, if we're using the Mario level structure. Um, Kino dare to gohan o tabemashita ka? Rin-san to tabemashita. Um, Kino is yesterday, not today, right?
hmm
Okay, I don't know why, but I'll flip flop those sometimes, so I gotta keep my eyes open. Um,
Yeah, it might be a little bit easier if you or once you start thinking about the kanji, because interestingly enough, for at least for tomorrow,
mhm.
it uses the kanji for like bright. So
Oh,
it's like a bright
a
day.
bright
The
new sunny
future
day.
is bright. Yeah. So like
Hmm.
I said, it's easier when you see the whole thing, but maybe the little ideal make it
Maybe
easier.
I have with tomorrow at least with Ashta. I've got the like series Ashta no Joe is like I haven't even seen it, but for whatever reason is iconic for me. Uh, I should see it. I've watched like maybe an episode or two, and I've seen Megalobox, which is related, but I should watch the OG. Um, but Ashta I'm fine with, I think, but Kino and I can't even recall what today would Kyo
Cool. Oh,
Kyo.
I'm sorry. I just assumed you were confusing Ashtan Kino.
No, no, no. It
Which is the one
is
that
I,
you
I
tend to
guess
confuse it
they're
with?
both K sounds. Is probably what's going on.
Oh, with Kyo and Kino.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. But this is yesterday. Did you eat dinner? Is that right? Or
It's asking,
or
so we're using
who?
toll, right? So like
Yeah.
with.
Hmm.
Yeah, so who
Okay.
did you eat a meal with yesterday?
Okay. I wasn't sure if like the toll would bring in the entire concept of like where who'd you eat with. Um. But yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense given the response. I feel like.
Hmm Yeah, because toll is just the kind of like the indicating like with here.
Hmm.
Because we got the dot A to mean like
Yeah.
who did you do that with?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Um. 2-1. 私は毎日電車ので会社へ行きます. Um,
I think you just kind of like read it straight through. Do you mind reading that
yeah,
again with just the one particle?
sure thing. Um, 私は毎日電車で会社へ行きます. Is that better?
はい、はい、そうですね。
Okay. All right. Densha train?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, yesterday or not yesterday, every day. Kaisha. Office? Office?
Yeah.
Kaishain is office worker, right?
Hmm.
Okay. I go on the train to work every day.
Yeah, it's interesting that they introduced both kaisha and jimu because like if you just kind of like immediately look it up, both mean office.
Hmm.
I believe that kaisha more largely refers to a company, so it has,
Oh,
is a more general meaning.
okay. I got you. All right.
But I
Yeah, I
mean,
get.
here effectively, it probably just means to the office.
Okay. I guess you could use them both pretty interchangeably in English as well, so it's not too weird, I suppose. All right. Part two. Kino Juji ni uchi e kairimashita. Yesterday, uh, this is the time, right? 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
Uh, yesterday I went home at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Haru Yasumi, not Natsu Yasumi, not my boy Boku. Um, Haru Yasumi, Tomodachi to Hokkaido e ikimasu. And I think how do I group it all together? I went. This is present or future tense?
This will be like, yeah, kind of like future affirmative.
Okay.
I'm talking about like a
Like I
plan.
will do this.
Hmm.
Okay. So I will go to Hokkaido with my friends during spring break.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ototoi is little brother?
No, this one would be the day before yesterday.
Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. Um day before yesterday. Doko mo ikimasen deshita. Day before yesterday, I didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, you're close though with the little brother thing because that's ototo.
Ototo.
So
Okay. It's like
similar.
that
So very
that
understandable.
I sound at the end. Which I guess is one of those
Hmm.
hiragana things where it's like, oh well, this wouldn't happen if you weren't just making sounds.
Yeah, there's also a vowel extension in the first to, so it's like ototo.
Okay. Ototo.
Yeah, not just ototoi.
Okay. Alright. Gotcha. Um Alright, and then we've got these diagrams here. Um we got this train and we got the department store and someone went somewhere. Um Kino basu de depato e ikimashita. So we went to the store via the bus, which is probably translate that in
Yesterday.
English a
Yeah.
little more naturally. Like I went to the store on the bus, maybe. Um,
Mm.
all right. To ashita hitori de aruite koen e ikimasu. Yesterday, I walked to the park. All right. And Raigetsu, is that next month?
Exactly.
Okay. I was like, I couldn't remember if it was month or week, but I'm like, month sounds more moon-like because we got Getsu in there,
Hmm.
right? So I was like, I don't. This could be entirely misplaced logic, but I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Um, Raigetsu kazoku to Hokkaido e ikimasu. Um, Next month I'm going to Hokkaido with the fam.
Yeah. So fun little story. When I was in Japan, I had a real Nihongo Jozu moment where I
Mm.
basically said something similar to the other two examples. Because I was talking to someone and they're like, "Oh, like when did you get here?" And I was like, "I got here 2 weeks from now.
Very jealous.
Because I swapped
Man.
I swapped up the that I get or like that I
Like,
shoe
oh, you must
and
not be
Senshu.
from here.
Yes. Yeah.
Man,
And I
that's
was like,
rough.
oh, I'm for sure Nihongo Jozu desu yo ne, huh?
I'm,
You want to get
I'm
that back right about now?
I'm doing my best. Every now and then, you hear the idea, which is mostly correct and encouraging, where it's like, well, if communication happened and they got the idea, then like, even if there were some missteps, like, that's fine. And she understood that you have not been here long.
I am sure. I managed to never go back to that konbini ever again
and
during
we
the time I
never
was
will.
there. I couldn't
I'm gonna
afford it.
destroy that konbini.
I know where it's at. I'm never going back.
YouTube, don't take this down for terroristic threats. All right. That's it for this section. Yeah. Number 4. So this is question answer, or I guess answer question. No, I was right the first time. What am I doing? Kino doko e ikimashita ka? Um, kino yesterday, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And what was today? Kyo?
Cool.
Kyo.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. I just want to make sure those are sorted in the right slots of my brain. Um, Kino doko e ikimashita ka? Toshokan e ikimashita. I went to the library. And I got the first part is yesterday. Where'd you go?
So yeah, it's all implicit there.
All
No
right,
need to repeat the whole thing.
very good. 2A. 来月 Kyoto へ行きます. Next month I'm going to Kyoto. そうですか。誰と行きますか? You're like, is that so? Or like, that's right, huh? Who are you going with? Is that right? Okay. Um, 3A, excuse me. 土曜日、どこへ行きますか? 土曜日, Saturday, Earth Day?
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
Hmm.
all right. And then, どこも行きません. I'm not going anywhere. I ain't doing nothing, brother. Um,
I ain't going nowhere.
all right. There was something here that almost tripped me up for a second. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, I think it was just like compression here. I'm pretty sure this is Mo, but I thought this was an A for a second, and I was like, Doko Mai?
Oh
That's
yeah.
weird. Yeah. But yeah, that is homework. Anything to discuss here, you think?
Not really. I just think it's interesting in that second to last question. There's like a couple different correct answers
Hmm.
if you want to look at
Yeah.
it that way. But
Yeah.
oh, I mean, I guess there's a follow up. Kazuku to ikimasu. Never mind. Never mind. There's one answer.
Okay,
I
okay.
can't read.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact thought process when I was like, no, this is the one.
Oh, I meant for the I guess number 2 right there because I was looking at like nande ikimasu ka is like a valid question to follow up with, but I just
Oh,
didn't
okay, okay.
see
Yeah, yeah,
that last response. Yeah.
yeah.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
No
This is
comments.
this
All
one's a
good.
three-parter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes they get tricky with like the other information in there. Like you kind of have to really parse what's actually being said. But the deed has been done. All right. So there is another hiragana practice sheet here. Um, and I will link this in the usual places. Um, let's see if there's anything interesting here.
It looks
Uh,
like the main thing is just the idea of that small tsu there.
yeah, yeah, the kind of double consonant sound.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But make sure to look at that when you've got a chance. Print them out, draw on a tablet, whatever you gotta do. And then there's also an additional video here on small su, which I will link appropriately. All right. But otherwise, we've got vocab for today. Um, let's remember. Um, o obai masho. Is that right?
Oboe
Oh
masho.
boy. Okay. Oboe masho. Um, Tanjobi, birthday. What is kanjobi? Is that anything?
Anjobi?
Kanjo, yeah. Because there was
Not that I'm immediately
there's
familiar
a
with.
movie that I went to watch with friends years ago, and it was called like Birthday Wonderland, and it was Kanjobi no Wonderland. All right, I'm just misremembering, or we were misspeaking when we were saying the title,
Uh,
but it was definitely
I
birthday.
wonder, because like Jisho, yeah, it's probably Tanjobi then, because like the only thing I can immediately find is that according to the Jisho, Kanjobi means settlement day.
Hmm.
I
I
don't
mean,
know what that is.
interesting. I don't know the ideas linking the two. I don't think settling and birth are quite the same. Um, interesting.
Very different
I,
in my
I was
head
probably
anyway.
just making a mistake then. That's the simplest answer to me. Um, the same age, onaidoshi. This is interesting to me because the idea that there's just a word or phrase that covers that.
Yeah,
Interesting
there's a
thought.
lot of those very specific words,
Yeah.
which is always interesting when you come across things that
Yeah, and it's
don't
like,
have a
oh,
word
we don't
for
got
it.
a tool for that. We got to say like a whole additional sentence for it.
We got to get a language API in here.
That programming interface, brother. Um, Nihon for Japan. Well, we've seen this and we'll probably see this eternally during our studies. Um, Kimas, to come. Kuni for country. Um, the there's a bookstore chain around us. Kinokuniya is. Would you translate that as like the other country?
No, without knowing what it is and like the kanji, my immediate guess was be like the it's like the country of books
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes a lot more
or the
sense.
country of like trees. It's
Okay.
like kino, the
Oh,
ki
okay, okay.
no funi, and then I'm assuming the ya bit is to denote
Shop.
like store.
Yeah, yeah. That makes
Yeah,
sense. Okay.
if I had to guess, but I don't know that for sure.
All right, all
But
right.
that is just my best
That
guess.
seems reasonable conjecture to me. Um, Kairimasu, to return. My boy Super Saiyan 3 Gohan. I don't know if he ever makes it a 3. Um, meal. There's very, I was gonna say seasonal variant, timely variants of it for what type of meal. And if Gohan by itself is probably dinner, at least in the case of this lesson. Um, Tabemasu, to eat. Tennisu, tennis. I like that they're like, we put the su's gonna be there. Um, Ega for movie, which remind me, what is picture by itself?
It's just
It's just okay, okay. I'm I wasn't sure if like it was the same like moving picture idea that we have in English for a film, or if it was entirely unrelated. Not sure. Um, Mimas, to watch, which I'm assuming is going to be what we're doing in this movie. Rainen.
real quick.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I did go ahead and fact check myself. I was so wrong.
Oh,
It is nowhere even close to what I was talking
for the
about. It's
bookstore?
completely different. Yeah, the
Oh,
only thing I
man.
got were Kuni and Ya. That's right. But the Kino, couldn't tell you.
Mysterious, mysterious. Well, we have to continue learning. It's the only way.
Yeah, exactly. We'll reach a point where we can understand the name.
All right. They won't let you in until until you answer the test question correctly.
It's part of customs.
Well, hold up. Rainen, next year. Um, Same like chunks we've seen for the other Rai variants for time, I suppose. Kyoto for Kyoto. Raishu for next week. This is the same shu as in like shumatsu, I imagine.
The same one.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
because
our
it's
boy.
also like you can think of the shu bit as like kind of like a suffix here,
Okay.
because you can maybe not. There are rest are like prefixes maybe because like it's the same idea when you can just like slide on like sen for like last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a like a Lego word. You can just
Lego word. I
attach
was
things
like,
to it.
I was wondering like if these should be thought of like Ryan Shu as like distinct words, or if it's like a prefix suffix situation.
Yeah, it feels more like a prefix for the
Okay.
most part.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Konban this evening. If you watch a lot of subtitled anime or like fan subs specifically, not what's on Crunchyroll, you'll probably hear that like Konban Gumi wa Grando Sponsor bit. That's this evening. This evening we're doing this. Um, Kondo this time, and go down to your condo this time. Um, Shimas to do, which we've seen appended onto all kinds of things. And it's got an asterisk on this. A few of these do, so we'll touch on those, I'm sure. Um, Haru Yasumi, spring vacation. Haru by itself being spring. If you guys have played Persona 5 at all, there's a girl that's in your party. She does a lot of gardening. Her name is just Spring. That one took me for a loop when I discovered that. Um, and she plants stuff, man, all the time. And what else would you name her? I guess. Um, Shumatsu, weekend. It's interesting that they have this as like Siu instead of like Shu. Not sure. Maybe they're just trying to
Yeah,
emphasize
no,
this U bit here.
I guess.
Maybe is weird because here we're back in Shinjuku, and I guess it doesn't have the U, but it's still a she sound. Um,
Hmm.
Ikimas to go, and then for reference we have a few things here. I wonder if like the reference bits are stuff that are like as far as like their sheets go, not distinctly vocab, but I don't make a big distinction between them. Um,
Hmm.
Testo for test, Hanami for flower viewing, not to be confused with fireworks, which would be like Hanabi. Uh, that's for later. That's for later. And then Ego for English. Um, I used to get confused before I like realized that like Go just like referred to like languages, because like I I used to think like Ega was like specifically like foreign language films, like oh I'm watching like an American movie,
Oh,
um, because I picked up that like was like an English bit, but yeah I have like an association between these that comes from being wrong. Sometimes being wrong can teach you things too, I guess.
absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, and then this is interesting. Um, I guess this is just a phrase to internalize. Um,
Hmm.
Toshi for age by itself. Um, Oiku thun. Is that really thun? What?
No, it's not. This is definitely
Oiku
a typo.
desu ka? It's just oiku?
Well, I think you could read the hiragana instead of the romaji, and
Okay, okay.
it might help.
Yeah. Oiku desu ka? Ku? Maybe like a harder ku? Oiku desu ka?
Maybe it's just my end. I didn't hear anything come through. I'm
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm
sure
sorry.
the recording got it, but could you say it for
Oiku
me?
desu ka? Is that right?
Uh, oikutsu.
Oikutsu. Okay, I'm treating this like a vowel extension. Is what I'm doing. Okay. No,
Yeah, because
I
this is a two, not ooh.
okay.
I think that's where
Oh,
the
this like
typo kind of
thunder
comes
bit.
from. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that did not help. um.
yeah. The other thing, real quick, I want to note is that what's happening here is that ikutsu is kind of like the question word for like how old are
Oh,
you,
okay, okay.
and by adding the o,
Like
It's
the
like turning it
honorable.
into more formal saying.
Okay.
So the pronunciation isn't going to be oi. It is just going to
It's
be
o
oikutsu.
ikutsu. Okay.
Oikutsu. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. O ikutsu desu ka? How old are you? Nansai desu ka? Is this like the more casual version and this is the more formal version?
Yes, but to be honest, ikutsu is still asked like in casual settings.
Okay.
You might just drop the o.
Okay. Okay. That
But
makes sense.
I heard ikutsu a lot.
Okay. Ikutsu desu ka? All right. That makes sense. And then blank sai desu for I am blank years old. All right. Not too much there. And then here we just have. Does this count as a counter? Or is it just numbers and age? I
Yeah,
might be
I
getting ahead
mean,
of myself.
yeah, you can think of it as a counter
Okay.
if that helps. I
All
don't,
right. I
but
don't. I don't. I don't know if that'll help just yet because we haven't really touched on them yet. But
yeah.
in time.
But like I think it would technically count as a
Okay.
counter.
All right. So 1 year old isai, 2 years nisai, three sansai, yonsai, gosai, rokusai for six, nanasai for seven. Eight's a little different. Hassai, nine, kyusai, 10, jusai. Um, and then these seem pretty standard fare, like the 11s, 12s ish. Ju isai. So if you would swap out the appropriate digit there and keep the isai bit. Uh, Niju nisai would be 22. Sanju sansai for 33. Hopefully you get the idea. Yonju yon sai for 44. Goju go 55. Or sai 2. Put that in there. Rokuju roku sai. Nanju or Nanaju Nana Sai. I was about to say it'd be weird if one was not the other. Whatever. Nanaju Nana Sai. 77. Hachiju Hasai. Oh man, I said that and then immediately we're here. Hachiju Hasai. 88. Kyuju Kyusai. 99. And then Hyakusai for 100. If you are over 100 years old, consider yourself fortunate. I got nothing to teach you. Um, hata or what is this bit? Watashi wa hatachi desu.
Yeah. So basically, just instead of saying nijusai, you would say hatachi
Oh,
instead
for just 20 itself, like
for 20 specifically. Yeah.
okay, gotcha. And then dates. There's quite a bit going on here. Honestly, we still have a bit more to scroll through. Um, is this Hizuke?
Izuke.
Hizuke. Okay.
Yeah.
Date. Kyo wa. Today is. Oh man, this is saying
This is
years
a lot.
kills me, man. Um,
And yeah, you kind
ni.
of do say the whole thing.
Yeah, man. Ni sen ni ju nen shigatsu ju ichi nichi ni ichi.
Niji, ichi,
This is
niji.
torture, man. Um, Niju ichi nichi. Niju ichi nichi. Oh man.
Hi, hi, hi.
Okay. Kayobi this. And you can see all the modular bits here and where they slot in. But that would be today is Tuesday, 21st of April, 2020. I'm certainly gonna need to come back to this. And then for months, this is a fortunate little. This is one of the times the Japanese are kind to us. Months are the most straightforward thing they can be. It's just whatever number month it is. So January, Ichigatsu, February, Nigatsu, March, Sangatsu. Now
Angatsu no Rayon.
Sangatsu no Line. I I am not great in English of like immediately associating the number with a month. I will tend to need to like process that a little bit and then translate. But if you've already got like the one-to-one relationship, easy peasy. I'm born in June, so in
Mhm.
English, I'm like, well, June is right in the middle, six, and I'll tend to work my way back and forth. But it is
Mhm.
conceptually the most straightforward thing imaginable. Um, Rokugatsu, June. Shichigatsu, July. Hachigatsu, what comes after July? August. Kugatsu, September. Jugatsu, October. Ju-ichigatsu, November. Junigatsu, September.
September.
What did I just say?
My voice
December.
cracked.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
September.
Got lost in the sauce there for a bit. All right.
um, buckle in.
Oh man, I did not know they were gonna do this.
This
This is penance
will
for this
take
being
a
straightforward.
while.
This is yeah. This is rough.
Days still like because I don't actively say it all the time.
Yeah,
I do have to like take a moment to think about it.
yeah. If you were
Still,
like this for a little context, this is like saying like the first of the month, the second of the like what number day of the month.
yeah.
Not necessarily like this being Wednesday or something like that. Um, is do you? Oh, I guess we're getting into it. Is this like the same phrase? Like, does it directly translate to like first, second, third in other contexts where we would similarly use this, or is this specifically for days?
Uh, I guess I don't fully understand your question, so I'll just say this.
Okay.
Um, the way that you've explained what this is, like first of the month, second of the month, third of the month, so on and so forth, that is exactly what this is.
Okay.
Um, what I just want to point out is that when talking about days, like number of days, it is
Mm-hmm.
very similar to this, but the main thing, especially like tsuitachi, is the main thing to stand out to indicate we're talking about like the day of the month, like
Mm-hmm.
specifically, versus 4 days or one
Okay.
day. See what I mean?
I got you. Like numerically, the quantity of days versus the first of the month are not necessarily the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are talking about calendar days here.
Okay. That
Yeah,
makes
because we can
about
essentially
as much sense as it
we'll be
can.
using this to describe the date.
Okay. And I will this might be something worthwhile for me to like actually dig out of the audio directory because I've generally not been making those super accessible. But maybe this one I'll go out of my way to. Um, but Suitachi, uh, Hutsuka, there's the Fuhu kind of situation. Mika, Yoka. It's interesting they don't have uh like hiragana here, but I guess the number is
Yeah,
what
that's
most people just work off of. Itsuka,
just strange.
Muika, Nanoka. So the seven Nano Shichi situation to keep in the back of your mind. Same. Well, I guess it's kind of true for all of them to a degree. Yoka for 8, Kokonoka for 9, um, Toka for 10. If you guys dabble around my channel, a lot of these I have like mnemonics for that have like little images. I specifically bring that up because I've got like this picture of like coconuts on a highway, 9 of them without like with like broken cars. Coco's got no car. It's in my mind, that one at least. Um, look those. This is an entirely separate playlist, but might be helpful. Toka for 10 or 10th, I should say. Juichi Nichi, 11th. Uh, Juni Nichi, 12th. 13th. Jusan Nichi. And here you'll see like this Nichi is there for day, but I guess not consistently.
hmm
Um, Chuyoka for 14th. I think I only ever went to 11 before. Jugo Nichi for 15. Juroku Nichi 16. The red ones, I suppose, are the major exceptions, which I think I'd only been dabbling with the exceptions till now, so I thought they were all like this, man, and I was so scared. There's some
No,
pattern, but
yeah.
it's still rough. Um,
hmm
Ju Shichi Nichi for 17th. Ju Hachi Nichi 18th. Ju Ku Nichi 19th. Hatsuka. This one has come up weirdly. 20th. Uh, Niju Ichi Nichi 21. Niju Ni Nichi 22. Niju Ni Sun 23. Niju Yoka 24. Um, excuse me, had a little burp there. Niju Go Nichi 25. Niju Roku Nichi 26. Niju Shichi Nichi 27. Niju Hachi Nichi 28. Niju Ku Nichi 29. Sanju Nichi 30. Sanju Ichi the 31st. This is frankly brutal that they would just throw this in at the end of a regular vocab sheet.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, there's actually something that you can build off of to make this a little bit easier. Because I believe this program has already gone over the tsu counter,
I think so.
and 1 through 10 borrows the same base. So, with one Tsuitachi being a little bit of an exception, like two things is futatsu.
Right.
So there's that fu bit that makes it
common.
similar. And then 3 is mitsu, where here it's mika. So that beginning bit, that base, is going to be the same for those like first 1 through, or I guess 2 through 10.
Yeah.
The only real major exception past that point is actually 14, like the 14th and the 20th. Juyoka and Hatsuka. 14, I'm not sure why they use the yoka for the 4 there. They just do that.
I don't know.
And really, the other exceptions they're pointing out are either letting you know in between yon and shi and shichi and nana, and whether Q for 9 turns to ku.
Right.
So there's not a whole other thing you have to remember there. And honestly, with like the Juku business, like you can probably get away with it. Honestly,
Okay,
let's be real.
It sounds similarly enough. If that's the only error you make in your career of Japanese studies,
You're doing pretty good.
You're a scholar, man.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Otherwise, there are basically 12 other exceptions that you kind of need to just get down to the gritty with.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just gotta learn.
Yeah. And spend some time with that.
Yeah.
At the very least, like definitely knock out like 1 through 10 and try and do this at the same time with the tsu counter so that they can reinforce each other and make it easier.
Yeah. The red ones here are the more exceptional ones. I was gonna ask, like, do other months follow the same convention? I'm like, that's every day that would ever be in a month. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Moving along.
Real quick before, actually, one last thing. If you could go back, go back to Kondo, wherever that is. I think it's a little bit. I didn't mention this earlier, and I hate going back to this like well after the fact, but I do want to make something clear.
Yeah, I was not immediately aware that they were going to do that.
It's on the left side towards the middle.
Okay. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah. So for a lot of counters, do is actually going to be a counter here. That's not the most important bit, but anyway, kon usually means this whatever. So like if you're saying it's on this floor, like a building floor, you can say konkai.
Konkai. Okay.
So this one has dual meaning though, and it depends on the context because it could mean literally this time, but it could also be like the next upcoming time. So like in anime, you'll definitely hear a lot of times like someone lost like kondo makanai yo.
Oh, I have heard that. Actually, yeah.
This time I definitely won't lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you find yourself in those shonen anime
necessarily
scenarios.
Always mean.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Or just doing amateur what's it called? Intramural sports, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's probably a more reasonable way to have like that kind of rivalry.
Or you're playing like fighting games online.
I was about to say like
games. Yeah,
that's our relationship
in the competition.
Yeah.
But yeah, just contextually speaking, it can mean one or the other. So just be careful with that.
Well, what was the other example? I'm sorry, I got lost there.
Yeah, so it could either mean like this time, like literally the one happening right now,
Hmm.
or like the upcoming time because you're expecting it
Oh,
to happen again.
okay, okay, I gotcha.
So like that's why I use like the sports
I see.
example because it's like you played this match, you lost, but you're going to play them again.
Hmm.
You know,
I've got a tangent in another language, but it is eternally frustrating to me, and it's not super directly related to that. I just gotta get it off my chest because it came up in my
get
life
it out
recently.
there.
So there's this thing in Spanish with the words ahorita and ahora, which effectively mean now and later. However, depending on what region of Spanish you grew up with, they can be inverted. So sometimes you like someone will be like, "Oh yeah, can you do that for me later?" And I'm like, "Do you mean now?" And they're like, "No, I mean later." And I'm like, I need to be sure. Are you Venezuelan? Do you mean now or do you mean later?" And it's really rough. I've gotten into arguments with my
Yeah,
grandmother about this.
I can imagine that.
This time, this time I won't lose. All right, moving along. All right, asking someone's birthday. Tanjobi o kiku. Uh, we're in our regular old. Well, actually, I didn't read that. Well, I read it here, but Tanjobi
Yeah,
o
you gotta
kiku.
stop, you gotta take off the training wheels, my guy.
Yeah, I don't think there's immediately a button for it here, but I don't know like what I'm recording if like there's a difference in my pronunciation when I'm defaulting to the Romaji or not. Um, but I look here. Um, Basho for location, Gakko for school, um, Rin-san Ryugakusei, um, Yamada-san what? Nihonjin. Oh, I'm okay. Okay, I
Mhm.
was looking over here, and I was like, "How does this sentence happen?" I didn't kick in that these were different characters. I'm sorry. Let me read that again. Rin-san, Ryugakusei, and Yamada-san, Nihonjin. And, Lin-san's a study abroad student, and Yamada-san's a Japanese individual, man on the street, if you will. Um, right. Actually, hold on. Do they specify the new words at the bottom? They do not.
Doesn't
Um,
look like it.
all right. Shall I roll it?
Do it.
All right, here we go.
リンさんはおいくつですか？
35歳です。
私も35歳です。誕生日はいつですか？
10月10日です。山田さんは？
私は4月8日です。同い年ですね。
はい。
I like that we are the same age bit there. There's some camaraderie between them. I feel a little electricity in that look.
リンさんはおいくつですか？
35歳です。
私も35歳です。誕生日はいつですか
10月10日です。山田さんは？
私は4月8日です。同い年ですね。
はい。
Hi. Indeed. All right. Let us see what we're cooking with here.
誕生日はいつですか？10月10日です。
All right. When is Rin-san's birthday? It's on October 10th. Do you have anything for this slide, or should I just go to the first?
Yeah, I think besides just getting practice in with like time, dates, and all that, I
Yeah.
believe this is the first time we've seen itsu for when.
Mm.
It's not just used for birthday. It is just the question word for
When
when.
is your
So you
birthday?
can use that in all kinds of sentences.
Okay. It's interesting to me that this bit, they're like time. Let's label that, but you know what a question word is. All right. When is blank's blank? Blank's blank is on whenever it is. Not a particularly helpful slide. This is a little bit better, easier to follow, I
Yeah.
think.
誕生日はいつですか?
It is weird because sometimes there are the modular parts and it makes sense to point out like what those are, but sometimes if there's so little information on the slide, I'm like I can't even digest it. All right. Repetition time. Let's give it a whirl.
誕生日はいつですか?
誕生日はいつですか?
10月10日です。
10月と well, hold on. I want to read that again. It's not my birthday, so I don't have it internalized. 10月10日です.
And what date is that?
Is that October?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 10 month 10?
Mm-hmm.
10日. When would they tow your car, Jimmy? When would they do that? Is that
I think they had the tendency, it seems, to do that on the 10th.
on the 10th? I was thinking it, but I was like, no, it's because there's a T sound there. That's the only reason. I didn't have faith. I should have had faith. All right. October 10th. This man was born. What is?
Yeah, these exercises are going to be really important to like actually like internalize and not just practice the speaking bit because it's so
you will
easy
need
to lose
to
this.
recall whatever dates are actually relevant to you at that moment, not just the phrase in and of itself. You kind of have to slot in your own business. On that note, remind me, Jimmy, I was born on the 8th. Which one is 8th again?
Excuse me. It is Yoka.
Yoka. Okay. My car. Your car. All right. I lent you my car on the 8th. All right. Practice time. Let's see what we've got here.
高橋さんの誕生日はいつですか?
Oh, hold on. Let me look at these numbers again. Work these through because it's not coming quickly. I can tell you that. Shichigatsu or Nanagatsu for 7?
Shichigatsu.
Shichigatsu. Okay. 19th. Is 19 normal? Is that?
Yeah, it's a pretty normal one.
Juku Nichi?
Yeah, Juku Nichi.
Juku Nichi. Okay. What would des just be the ending for that after going through the numbers themselves?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
7月19日です。
7月19日です。
田中さんの誕生日はいつですか?
9? That's September in English, right?
Do you remember September?
Do you remember? This is embarrassing, but I'm really gonna look up what month is 9. I don't have these associated in my mind. I'm a weirdo. I probably should. I'm in my 30s, man.
Wait, I just said it.
I mean, I thought I was like, I'm not sure if he is confirming or bullying me. Do you remember? All right. You know what? I should remember when September 11th is. If any date, if anyone, that one I should know. Shoot.
For now, it is the 6th
For
of
now,
September.
September 6th, also important for Tanaka-san at least. Kugatsu or Kyugatsu?
I think it's Kyugatsu.
Okay. Kyugatsu.
Either Q or Kugatsu. Once again, I'm a gaijin.
Yeah. Is 6 Uroka?
Uroka. Yeah, it's
Uroka.
got that,
Okay.
double consonant action.
Okay, I like rock and roll, if you will. I'm gonna rock and roll on the 6th for my boy Tanaka-san.
Okay, so it's just Kugatsu.
Okay. Kugatsu Uroka Nichi desu?
Uroka desu. The
Uroka
Nichi
desu.
only goes on the
Oh, that's right.
the non-weird ones.
It's specific to the day. It doesn't need to be there in and of itself. Okay.
Mhm.
9月6日です。
Muika.
Oh, I was thinking of something else.
That's all right.
I'm
That's
sorry.
all right.
I'm sorry. I played you.
It's okay. These are so hard.
I was thinking. I think
Anna-san.
Urokagatsu.
All right. Ana-san no tanjoubi. 11th November. Remember the fish of November. 11月
Mhm.
for Yoka?
Yeah.
11
I don't know if this like helps or makes it harder.
Mhm.
But it's almost convenient that like 4 and 8 are very similar, but like 4 kind of has half the sound of 8, because like it's just yoka versus 8 has the vowel extension where it's like yoka.
Oh, okay.
That's what helps me, but yoka and yoka trying to keep them aligned on their own is definitely so kind of confusing.
There's like
so hopefully that helps.
the cursed nerd part of my brain. I'm like, well, they are divisible. I don't know if that's the way I should allow myself to group them, but there's a relationship between the two.
That's exactly
I guess.
what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Okay.
誕生日。
Oh, we're asking though.
アンナさんの誕生日はいつですか？
I was thinking it in my mind, but I dropped the itsu when I failed to say it out loud either way. So I'm Ana-san no tanjoubi wa itsu desu ka?
11月4日です。
11月8日です。
先生の誕生日。
先生の誕生日いつですか？
先生の誕生日はいつですか？
Wow, I forgot the wow. 先生の誕生日はいつですか？2月 was 7. No. Coco's 9. 7日?
I believe so. This is so embarrassing. I don't have it in my
It's
head.
okay. It's okay. I'm embarrassing myself too, so it's all good. All right, let's see what she tells us. She's probably right.
2月7日です。
7日です.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go.
Yeah, baby. All right. When you guys are listening to this on your own, repeat this a few times. Probably cross-reference the other slide as you do it. Be strong out there. It's admittedly, it's just tough. Nothing we can do about it. I think this might be one of those recording session bits. Let's see.
あなたの誕生日はいつですか？
6月Actually, I probably shouldn't put my date of birth out here. I'm gonna refrain from doing that.
You already did, but
all right.
we can hope no one goes back.
Don't put the pieces together. Don't look into my mother's maiden name. You'll never find me. All right. This is a 3 or 4. Okay, this is a 3.
That's a 3-1.
asking when something was done or will be done. Itsuru ka itsu shita ka kiku? Itsura ka
Yeah.
ishita
いつ、
ka
いつ
kiku?
するか、いつしたか聞く。
I- itsu shita ka. Can you say that one more time for me?
いつするか. So, okay, what's happening here is that the ka is what's separating it, and suru is the verb.
Okay, okay.
So it's like when you're doing, when will you do it, or if you have done it, because of the past tense
Okay,
sta
okay.
there.
I see.
Yeah, so いつするか、いつしたか聞く.
Okay, thank you, thank you. In the usual places, the old kyoshitsu, the classroom. Same batch as before. Yamada-san Nihonjin and Rin-san Ryugakusei. Study abroad student and a Japanese person. And let's give it the English for. Whoa,
Some Francais.
that's not English.
Whoa.
All right, let's go.
リンさんはいつ日本へ来ましたか？
3月15日に来ました。
そうですか。いつ国へ帰りますか？
来年帰ります。
She keeps asking that question, and I don't like it. She's like, "When you going back, bro? Get out of here."
リンさんはいつ日本へ来ましたか？
3月15日に来ました。
そうですか。いつ国へ帰りますか？
来年帰ります。
I know, like Genki readers have like headcanons, if you will, for like the characters that show up as reoccurring little drawings in there, and I'm starting to build personalities for these guys, and I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know about
spoiler
Rinsa.
alert, it's not headcanon. They do go out with each other.
That's the tea, the dramas in
That
there.
is canon.
The Genki lore. Oh, we're already on 2. Okay. Let me let it play.
いつ日本へ来ましたか？ 3月15日に来ました。
Rin-san, when did you arrive in Japan? Oh, this was the struggle you faced. I arrived in Japan on March 15th. We got the time sequestered away here. 3月15日. I'm kind of surprised that you can take out the Nihon. I guess I only feel that way because it has a particle in it. But I guess the particle isn't necessary if you don't specify the place either. Kimashita. Okay. What's going on?
Yeah. So the main thing to point
Yeah.
out here is really just that ni is being used to reference the time. So just like we used it for clock, but not for like general senses of time, days, like specific calendar days, are considered specific times. So
Okay.
that's why you're going to use it here
Yeah,
along
there's,
with like time of the day.
I don't know if we went into it too hard in like within our recordings, but yeah, the like general versus like specific time relationship is a thing.
And the same thing's happening here.
Okay. All right. Let's look at slide 1, see if there's any business there. When verb is a momentary action or movement, the time when it occurs is marked with the particle ni. I guess that's what they're getting into. Ni is added
exactly.
when the noun before uses a numeral, or it can be added to the days of the week. Yeah, general versus specific is probably an easier way to conceptualize that. Is there any additional nuance there that I'm missing versus that like mental model of it?
Not for now. Or
Okay.
Not anything that actually like comes to mind.
Okay. Very cool. Oh, there's a. Oh no, this is what we looked at before. All right. Focus of this repetition is on these 4 sentences. Itsu Nihon e kimashita ka? When did you come to Japan? 3月15日に来ました. March 15th. Yeah. I'm like, there's so many sounds here. Is that really? This is just March. Yeah, this is March 15th. Okay.
Mhm.
いつ国へ帰りますか? When are you going back home? 来年帰ります. Next year. All right. Bold of her to assume my country is my home. You know. When the repeat messages show in the there's nothing really worth digging into there. Just repetition.
いつ日本へ来ましたか？
いつ日本へ来ましたか? いつ日本へ来ましたか?
3月15日に来ました。
I would like this on screen. Got the 3月15日に来ました。3月15日来ました。3月
日に来ました。
15日に来ました。Okay.
いつ国へ帰りますか？
いつ国へ帰りますか?
来年帰ります。
来年帰ります. They sending my boy back soon, man. Ice is after him. That's rough. All right. No audio here.
Okay, yeah, this is just going into the general versus specific distinction.
In this slide, we show
It's
you
just
when the particle
listing it all out.
Okay, yeah, this is just straight up. Okay, I see what's happening. Nengatsu nichi ji hun put ni in. But yeah, that is the relationship. And like something like next week, this week, this month. That's specific enough, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and this
Wait, I'm sorry, say it again.
like this week, next week, last week, those are specific enough. It doesn't have to be like a numerical day.
Do you mean general enough?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Yes, they are general enough.
Okay.
If you want to think about it, it's almost like the things that include numbers will use ni, right?
Okay.
So like with months and days, you use ni. With time, you use ni, right? It doesn't mention in here, but I believe with days of the week, you can use ni. It might be optional. I need to double check, but you definitely can use it with days of the week though.
Okay. All right. Internalize this on your own time. I will certainly be doing that, or trying to at least. All right. Practice 1. So much fun. Let's go.
いつ京都へ行きますか?
いつ京都へ来ますか? Let me
京都へ
date back up. Not thu. This, don't fall for this one. Gatsu. 9月に行きます? Is that all I'm doing there? Okay.
Or, yeah.
行きますか? 9月に行きます。いつ国へ帰りますか?
来年行きます?
来年帰ります。
帰ります. Oh, returning. Okay.
日本へ行きます。
We're asking the
Hatsuka?
question first, right?
Wait, are we asking the question? I'm sorry. Let me go back to it.
日本へ行きます。
Nihon e kairimasu ka? Is that enough? I feel like I'm
No.
missing like the when
So
detail.
we're using that as the example to ask the question.
Okay.
So she's not asking it. We're
But-
using that as a hint to what question we're supposed to ask.
Okay. How do we word this? Like, it's the like when do you go back
Yeah,
to
so
your
it's
own
the-
country question, right?
No, it is just when are you going to Japan?
Oh, okay. Nihon e is it just kimasu ka?
We need our question word in there.
Nihon when
We need the when.
doko?
Yeah, so that's what the itsu has meant when she said it up until now. So for this example, it would just be itsu Nihon e itsu Nihon e ikimasu ka?
Okay. Let me hear you say. Let me hear you say.
いつ日本へ行きますか？
Okay. Itsu Nihon e ikimasu ka? I don't know. So something my brain was not clicking. Itsu Nihon e ikimasu ka?
Because doko is where, so.
Okay. If I was asking like where are you going, and I wouldn't specify Nihon if I was doing that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like maybe you could ask where in Japan, but that's a different question. And eight Hatsuka? Hatsuga Ju no. This is yeah. Yes. Okay, I'm double no ka there because it's the month, not the day. Hagatsu? Is that right? Or is it Hachigatsu?
I believe this one's just hachigatsu.
Hachigatsu?
Mhm.
Okay. Hachigatsu is. Do you know if 15 is one of the normal ones?
It is a normal one.
Okay. Jugo Nichi?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Ikimasu after that, probably?
Yeah, ni ikimasu.
Ni Ikimasu. Okay. Yeah, because
8月15日に行きます。国へ帰ります。
So this is the one where it's like,
Kairimasu ka?
yeah, going back, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And another weird romanization. Raishu.
You're doing that. They switch it up on you.
Say that again?
I feel like they keep like switching up the spelling sometimes. It's weird.
Don't let that add to the general confusion of the rest of the things going on. To the best of your ability, don't let it riddle you this. But just Raishu kairimasu.
Raishu kaerimasu.
Okay.
いつ国へ帰りますか？来週帰ります。
All right. Practice 2. What do we got?
いつ日本へ来ますか？
With my own words. I was gonna be like, well, I don't know when that would be, but that's not true. I do know. We're going in
You do know.
May. We're going in May. I think the 4th. That's the 5th month. Gogatsu? Is that right? For me, Gogatsu Yoka ni kimasu. I think.
Yeah, this one will
I guess
be
she's
one
not
of the
gonna
ones that you need to be careful with the vowel extension versus double consonant, because otherwise it will be very confusing to distinguish what you're saying versus the fourth or eighth.
Oh, okay,
But
okay,
it would be, yeah, 5月4日
okay. I do
はい
intend the
5月
fourth.
行きます。
Okay. Actually, I don't. She might have had more. Let me see.
いつ日本へ来ますか？いつ国へ帰りますか？
Oh. It's like a week. Let me think about the actual answer. What day does that fall? I guess the 11th.
Like the 11th or 12th.
Yeah, because I think I come back on the Monday, not the 11th itself. So yeah, I think the 12th. 12. That's one of them days. Is 12 still weird? Is it its own word?
12's normal.
Okay.
And still, it would probably still be appropriate to mention the month as well, just for
Okay.
to be clear.
All right. Gogatsu 12 nichi. 12 nichi? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess
Nichi
kaerimasu at the end.
Nichi ni, yeah.
Yeah,
I
kaerimasu.
confused what I was saying. 12日に帰ります。
12ichi ni kaerimasu.
Or there's a lot of ichi nichi.
Yeah,
business,
it takes me for a loop.
Yeah, 12日.
If it comes to, man, just I'll write out the date for them. if they're like I'm in the woods, you're in the woods. Where's the map? Okay. Lesson 3: Inviting a friend. Tomodachi o sasou? Sasou? Sasou or sasou?
Sasou.
Sasou. Okay. Kyoshitsu in the classroom still.
You know what? Starting to make a weird suggestion.
Yeah.
A lot has been introduced in this day for now.
Yes.
Like with all the days and stuff.
We are at over an hour at this recording right now.
Yeah. What if we did a little bit of an exception and just added the song to the next day? Are there only 3 lessons for?
There are only 3
day 8?
lessons, so there's 3 practices. I guess like grammar for this.
Well, I'm sorry, for day 8.
That's a good question. Let's see. Day 8 is also a 3-lesson day. So if we want
What if we
to,
were to do this for the next day?
that's 100% good by me. This was a big day.
Yeah, this is huge.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they're actually introducing this for now.
I feel like the day counter business should have been its own lesson, frankly.
Agreed. So let's make it its own lesson.
All right, let's do that. Let's correct it. Thank you for your time. If you want to do the homework, I guess give it a shot. Maybe we'll bundle it with the next one as well. We'll see how we approach that. But thank you for listening, and you have a wonderful day.